Hello my beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I've sourced a softer frequency to prepare and cleanse your reading. I'm using Gaia chimes to cleanse hourly, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding their career path at this time? Can you please show them the way? Can you please highlight to them their financial situation and how it will appear in the next coming weeks and months? Can you please highlight to them the path that they're on? The first card there is the key. So this is a big problem-solving period for you. Lots of answers coming towards you, lots of great ideas. You're following your heart. That is literally the key to your success, my guides just said. But also, I feel this is a period where doors are opening up for you. This is a big yes period in your life. So if you can dream it, you can have it, you can make it happen. So I definitely see here that if you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut, things are going to start moving a little bit easier in the direction that you desire. The scythe is in the resistance position. I'll show you all these cards now in a moment. But this can indicate that you are definitely coming out of a period where there have been some obstacles or challenges. And your final card, very exciting, we have the ship. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? So a lot of you are thinking about your path. There's movement forward. There is progress. This could be on a project. It could be on an idea. We've got the sun card there. Okay, so the sun illuminates the way. So I feel this is a period of inspiration, illumination, but also a period of growth in your career. I do see that you have had some challenges there. A lot of you may have felt that you've been working really hard and it seems like you're somehow in the same place, as it were, but there could be some sort of movement forward, especially with money, okay, because we have the Knight of Pentacles in the resistance position there for you. So we have the Ace of Cups, a new position opening up. This doesn't have to be a new position. It could also be a new approach. It could be a new idea that you're launching. Perhaps if you are someone who works for yourself, it could be that you're launching a new product, a service, an idea, a vision. A lot of you, it's a vision that you're locked onto at this moment in time, and you're just moving forward to make it happen. And the universe is supporting this. Nice little surprise coming on in financially for you as well. Some of you, this could be something from your past that you've already invested in. Okay, it could be like a royalty, or perhaps it's a product that you already sell. It's going to do a little bit better than it normally does, perhaps, or maybe it's a service. Perhaps there's more clients or customers coming your way. I mean, the sun energy tells me that you're going to be seen and appreciated for all the work that you've been doing there. And a lot of you, you're just trying to keep balanced, okay? You have lots of things on, you are multitasking, and I definitely see here some of you are contemplating either leaving a position for a new opportunity, and I definitely see there's one coming. For some of you, it may even be overseas. We have the King of Wands. Not all of you, of course, but some of you may be contemplating some sort of move overseas. Maybe you're thinking about migrating your business or relocating your life, or this could just be a period of thought for a lot of you because you have that key as your protagonist energy. And this basically means you are thinking of all the potentials and possibilities. You're allowing your mind and imagination to run wild. So some of you could be thinking like, I wonder what it would be like to work overseas or work in a different state or a different country, for example. So some of you could just be like unlocking your imagination and wondering if it's something that you really want at this time. Now, before I really start your reading, for those of you who have currently lost your job, if you were made redundant or you walked away from something that was toxic, or maybe you feel like you kind of hit a glass ceiling in your career and you've been looking for new opportunities that bring in better financial, packages, as it were. I definitely see here with this card that you're clearing space for something better. You know, sometimes the universe gives us a little bit of a nudge to move out of a comfort zone. And if we ignore the signs, sometimes it gets a little bit critical. Like many years ago, I worked in a very toxic environment, but I stayed because the money was, something, of course, I needed to pay the bills, and you have all those responsibilities with finances. So I was scared to leave a position that was basically hurting me. It was not a very nice environment. And I was stubborn. My guides told me I was very stubborn. They gave me so many signs, and I was like, yeah, I see the signs, but I'm too scared, and I'm hanging on to this for dear life, okay? And suddenly, a moment came where everything changed. So if you've gone through something like that, I wish I could go back to my past self and say, it is the best thing that ever happened to you. It set you free, okay? And then you realize the world of possibility around you. And although the job market may be a little bit turbulent at this moment in time, for those of you who are looking for a job, I actually see a dream job coming on in here for you. And it is something that you will grow in. It's something that has longevity. It's something that you can really command and, navigate your own ship, as it were. So I feel that you're going to be very inspired with this new opportunity that comes in here. And I feel it's in alignment with your heart's desire. A lot of you, this could be a high-ranking position, some sort of like managerial role or a role with responsibility. It could even be very creative because the King of Wands energy is super creative. It's something you're passionate about. So whatever industry you are in, please apply it to your situation. I feel there's an exciting opportunity coming in for you. And I feel you may have been waiting for some time for this role, but the universe had to align you with the right opportunity and, of course, the right money there as well, because a lot of the opportunities that you may have noticed with that Knight of Pentacles in the resistance position, it didn't really reflect the skill set that you have. So, I feel a lot of you may have heard that you are overqualified. And of course, you're really gifted and talented at what you do, because the King of Wands energy tells me that you have a lot of creative skills and you are just naturally gifted at what you do. And, sometimes companies, especially in this volatile economic market, they don't want to pay the going rate for talent. They're cutting corners and things like that. So they may have said that you're overqualified, which basically means that they would love to hire you, but you know your value, and they know that if they try to undercut you, you would not be having it. So the universe had to align you with a role that required your skill set, but also the amount of money that you require to run your life, but also build for your future. So there is definitely something coming on in here. For some of you, you may have to travel a little bit out of your comfort zone for that. Some of you, if you're in a role right now, you may also be currently putting your resume out there for pastors new, because we do have that scythe there. So this tells me that some of you are contemplating a new venture. Now, of course, if you work for yourself and you are an entrepreneur, or you're just a business owner, a creative, for example, it could be that you're launching a new product, new idea, new style, or a new approach to the way that you work. And it can have some international leanings. So a lot of you could be like thinking about marketing your product, or, really showcasing your skill set. Whatever you do, it doesn't have to be that you run your own business, because the sun indicates you will be seen. And the key indicates you're unlocking opportunity by, really either promoting yourself or marketing yourself, or, basically saying, this is what I have to offer. You are someone who's actually very established in in your career sector, and I feel that this is a time for you to shine. And also the next 6 weeks, I feel like you're in the spotlight for some sort of recognition. Now, this could be like a new project or a new client offered to you. It could even be that there's a bit of restructure going on behind the scenes. And it could come at the fact that, and I don't like to mention this, but I have to, I got to be honest, you know, the cards are telling me this. And of course, the economic market that we're in right now, it can be challenging. So we've got the Scythe, and this can be a very abrupt energy. We've got the Chariot card. So either if you work in a company, you may hear of redundancies or some cutbacks there. I also see that someone may suddenly leave a position. Either they're exited, like, you know, not made redundant, like sacked, for example, you know, let go. Could be because the Knight of Pentacles in the resistance position tells me that someone is not investing in the working environment. Someone, it's just, they're not working. It can be that they're coasting. For some of you, you may know who this person is and be like, yeah, they're pretty lazy, or they're just not pulling their weight in the working environment. So you may hear that this person is exited, okay, quite abruptly there. But I'll leave that there because that's not your energy. It's something that you may witness. But also, for some of you, there may be some downsizing going on in your working environment. This could also be you looking at the tools that you require in order to do your job. And it could be that you're getting quality tools over quantity. So it could be that you decide not to purchase some things that will help you because you can actually find something that can do it all, for example. So it could be that you save money. I feel like you're not being reckless with finances. I mean, if you've just come to this reading to hear more about money rather than, you know, career, for example, I would say because you have a Knight of Pentacles, you know, it's in the resistance position at first. So I can see that you're concerned about finances, and you may have felt a little bit of the pinch. You may have noticed that some of your money is not going as far as it used to be. But the Knight of Pentacles, it tells me that you work really hard for your finances, and that, you know, there is the potential to unlock more, especially since you've got the Six of Pentacles in your protagonist energy, which means, you know, you are earning a certain amount of money. And for the majority of the time right now, you're going to remain in that energy of earning the money that's at a steady pace. But I feel there's something here that you want to get moving on. Now, this could be a second stream of income because Six of Pentacles can indicate that you're giving time to two things. So I feel like there is a potential for more in your future with that Knight of Pentacles. This normally means some sort of financial news coming in, or a project really bears fruit. It's something you already have in motion, but you may have either like dipped in and out of this. It's something you've definitely started, but you may have stopped. Okay, it can be a creative endeavor. If you're someone who works in a consistent role day to day and you're doing something creative on the side, it could be that, you know, you've been very busy, you're exhausted. I see a lot of you are feeling a little bit burnt out, but you want to get moving on a certain project, but you have to feel inspired to be able to revisit it. I definitely see in the next coming weeks that you're going to be doing that, and a lot of you could be ready to launch it, or it could open new doors for you and bring in like double the money is what I'm seeing. So if you have like a creative idea, I definitely see here that you're unlocking those things in order to set yourself free in a situation. Now it says here, answers, unlock, revelation, you're open, yes. As I said, this is a big yes kind of period for you. Breakthrough periods, solutions, fate, and karma. So a lot of you are thinking about your destiny and your desired destination in your career sector. And although you know it's hard, okay, you can see that the economic circumstances around the world are challenging, you're still trying to be super positive because, you know, this is a period of you putting all your energy, your heart and soul into something, and you are going to be successful. Whatever it is you're moving towards, I feel like you have the tenacity, the drive, and yes, sometimes you don't have the energy, but I see that you're pushing through that, and I feel like you need to be inspired. You need to feel like you're making a difference, an impact in your industry, and I definitely see here that you are. And a lot of you, this is either a fresh new period where you know, you're loving your career, or suddenly you have that revitalized spirit for what you do after a lull. So for example, we have the Scythe there. Some of you, it could be that you've just finished like a yearly kind of report on your work. So if you work for yourself, it could be that you got all your taxes in and, you know, that was a flurry of activity. And now it's like, you know, you can kind of like rest a little bit and then you're on to the next, but you're still on top of your organized, structured A game, as it were. For some of you, it could also be that you have a client or even a season. You know, sometimes businesses, they have a flurry of activity in different seasons. And I feel very much right now, things are on, they're lit. I feel like you're going to have a lot of you know, things to do. The Six of Pentacles, though, indicates you have a very nice pace in which to do it. Also, what I love about the Six of Pentacles, it indicates that there is an unexpected resource. As I said, there's an opportunity to make more money here. So for some of you, it could be that you're seen for an opportunity, whether it is to figurehead a department, whether it is a commission-based kind of opportunity to earn more money. For some of you, it could be an incentive, like you could be given more responsibility to either figurehead a department or maybe have more responsibility, especially with the King of Wands. This could be you're asked to be like a fire warden, for example, because it is a fire card there. It can be that this responsibility will garner a little bit more investment. It could be a raise, you know, a nice little sum of money in order to acknowledge that you're taking on, you know, an important duty within the working environment. For some of you, could also be first aid, you know, health and safety, because Six of Pentacles is normally to help the environment that you work in. Even if you work for your own company, it could be right now that you're looking at things like health and safety across the board, security for your company. You know, we have the padlock there. So a lot of you, you know, if you work for yourself, you could be looking at secure, you know, places to either house things like, storage, for example, storage containers. Some of you could be like CCTV footage, cameras, things like that, okay? It could be that you're just increasing your security. And for some of you, it could also be like internet-based security. So if you work for a company, you could actually get like a test to like test the firewall to see if any kind of like nasties come through, or if anyone clicks on any sort of dubious links, for example, or you yourself, if you run your own business, you've got your own laptops, for example, could be that you are downloading some really efficient firewalls to make sure that your documents are secure. But the Six of Pentacles, it basically indicates that you are in the flow and harmonizing the distribution of work, okay? So some of you may actually find you have a bit of support in the next coming weeks there. But this could also be that you utilize some sort of online endeavor or service or platform where you can partner up and it supports your working environment or whatever it is that you do for a living. So, you know, sixes, if you know the Six of Pentacles, there is a figure that is like an intermediary between two people, okay? And that figure normally represents, you know, spirit, the universe, giving attention to one thing over the other. So it could be that you're prioritizing what's important this month just to keep things running smoothly, and you will return to any sort of like ad hoc duties, whether it's filing, you know, your receipts and things like that. You know, if you sell like your items on Etsy, it could be something like, you know, spreadsheets or just keeping documents of whatever it is that you do, or if you have your own website, for example. But this could also be that, you know, you are, well, for some of you, not all of you, because I'm getting this energy of charity work. Some of you may give to charity from your business, if you're a sole trader or if you have your own company, for example. But I'm also being given this kind of energy where you are looking at certain issues or problems and overcoming them, okay? Finding a way to kind of like multiply your wealth. So what I'm seeing with this card is like, you know, the person in the middle of that Six of Pentacles would be the benefactor. And a lot of you, it could be a social media platform that you're partnering up with, for example, in order to get your message out there or get people to review your product or service, or maybe that's how you sell your product or service. I mentioned Etsy there as well. I'm not here to affiliate with anybody or, you know, market anybody's stuff. I'm just here to mention what's, you know, relevant of today. But that sun energy indicates you're getting whatever it is that you do out there. You're marketing or promoting what you do, so you get more attention. And of course, some of you, if you work in a company, It could be that you're having an appraisal over the next coming weeks and months, and you're going to allow your ideas to really shine there. And this opens new doors. There's someone here in a working environment who sees what you're capable of and wants to elevate your career. And I feel like you're ready for this new role, position, or this responsibility, and it's going to be very exciting. Okay. Now, of course, a lot of you, there could be a flurry of activity because you're taking some time off. First off, happy birthday to all those wonderful Geminis who have a birthday from, of course, the middle of May there into June. I hope you have the most magical time indeed. I see a lot of you may actually be in this flurry of activity to take a bit of a travel somewhere, a vacation, or some well-earned break there. You're going to have an incredible time. A lot of you may also have an opportunity to have a frizz-on with a person, some chemistry. This could coincide with travel, so it could be that you meet someone on a vacation, but also it could be that there is some sort of team building exercise and someone in your working environment. Even if you're networking, if you work for yourself, for example, there could be some sort of gathering of people and there is a frizz-on between you and a person. So if you're single and looking, these two cards can highlight that there is some chemistry between you and a person that could spill over into the realms of love. So that's happening there as well. Now, the scythe is in the resistance position, so it can indicate some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck or you've hit a glass ceiling in your working environment. Some of you may have felt that the working environment or the industry you work in has been stagnant. This could be that stagnation that occurs when all these inflations are going up and down and round and all this hidden stuff going on. We're really feeling the brunt of it, and you may be feeling it in industry as well. You could actually witness some rules or regulations or policies changing that could cut some sort of opportunity. And you may be a little bit frustrated by this, or perhaps this is something you've read, or I'm not sure. I'm just getting an energy here where something changes and it kind of stagnates the industry for a moment, but it's back on its feet in no time. And actually, I feel that you will learn more about this change. And I'm being given the word pleasure. So I feel it actually benefits you in the long term, the way that you work around this, whatever this is. Now, no matter what you do, the scythe can indicate, because it will go into the upright, it can indicate that you're looking at expiry dates, the end of contracts, for example. A lot of you may be deciding to shop around because that Six of Pentacles can indicate that you're looking elsewhere for service providers or people who help you with your endeavors. This could also be like subscriptions, for example, to certain technological apps or software in order to help you do your business. Even if you work for a company, there may be some sort of new kind of software or hardware where you have to learn the ropes, and it will make things more efficient, but at first it's clunky. At first it's like slowing everything down, but then it gets up and running, and I feel you're actually going to love it. That's what I see there as well. But it says here, sudden removal, clearing, separation, breakup, warning, abrupt, cut off, and shock. Okay, so because we have the Chariot card there, now on a personal level, I would say with the Knight of Pentacles there, some of you may have, well, it's interesting, you may have a shock bill, okay, but because we have the Chariot card there in the resistance position, it could be connected to a car, okay, and the Knight of Pentacles, it's in the resistance position, so I would say perhaps it's not as much money as you thought it would be, but still, perhaps it's not something you want to hear, okay. Okay, I'm just seeing it's to do with the lights. It's to do with light is what I'm being given. My guides are giving me the sun and the candle, so, and also this globe there that's meant to be a golden coin. So it's to do with lights. So either it could be like tail lights, it could be headlights, I'm not sure. It could be a light on something anyway, and it will be something that will need fixing, okay? So hate to give that message, but it is what it is there. That's not going to resonate with all of you, of course. Actually, I hope it resonates with none of you, but it is coming through, so I have to mention it. Some of you, as I mentioned already, you may hear of like a shock in your industry, like someone suddenly leaving, but also if, you work in an industry where you're running your own business and there are leading competitors, you may hear of a sharp closure or a downsize of branches. For some of you, it could also be a person, because the scythe can connect to the death card. It can indicate that someone prolific in your industry passes on. I feel this is a person who is iconic, someone who's older, okay, someone who really set the industry that you work in ablaze. So there could be a moment of like taking stock of their legacy is what is coming through. And I feel with the Chariot card, it's like they came to a natural organic end, okay? But I feel this could change the way that the industry works, or their legacy becomes more important. Okay, so that's something that's coming through there as well. Now, on a personal level, because the scythe can indicate a stagnation and the chariot in the resistance position can also indicate a stagnation, some of you may have been at a certain level financially for some time. It could be that you're about to like smash through this glass ceiling. The scythe can be like everything changes. So there could be some sort of raise or promotion there, especially since you have a promotion card with the King of Wands. This may be sudden, okay? Suddenly you're thrust into something there. And the Knight of Pentacles, you know, I feel the money reflects the role. It's not more than the role is worth, is what I see, but it will staircase in time. So this Chariot card means that you're moving forward. There is movement and improvement. But ultimately, when it comes to your energy, it means that you are dedicated to something, you're committed, you are brave and bold. There is a victory here for you. Have confidence in your skill set. Your discipline is going to see you make progress, okay? And I feel like you're asserting your willpower to make something happen, and you're going to reach your destination. You're moving forward. So you're going to see some evidence that things are heading in the right direction for you throughout the next 6 weeks. Some of you, especially if you work in a company, but it could be if you work for yourself and you have clients, because it's your birthday season, Six of Pentacles, there could be a gift. I'm being given gifts in the water right now. So some of you, this could literally mean that you're given a gift in your working environment somehow, or sent something through the mail. Not connected to family and friends. I feel it's more connected to someone who really appreciates you going above and beyond in your industry. I mean, what's that? I mean, it could be symbolic. It could be that you are called to, you know, really discover more about your gifts and your talents. Some of you, there is something here that you used to do that brought you joy. I feel it is a talent, or it's something that you started and haven't finished, but you will like reflect on this and move forward with this in the next 6 weeks is what I'm seeing there. Also, the Knight of Pentacles, it's in the resistance position at first, so some of you may feel that the money that you're on is not conducive to the amount of work that you do, and you're shining your light there, and you're unlocking opportunities, and, you know, it's been a long time coming where there's an increase. So I feel this is a moment where there is an opportunity for a small increase there. I mean, for some of you, it could be in alignment with inflation, okay, but I'm not being given bonus energy. I have to be honest with you there. This could be something that's already happened if you work in a company and are lucky enough to have a bonus system there. But looking at the energy, it feels like there will be an increase in your finances later on, but it could come at the motion, shall we say, of a new role or some sort of new responsibility. And if you are someone who is currently working for a company, a lot of you could be contemplating being your own boss, you know, setting up your own business, being a sole trader, maybe doing something creative with that King of Wands energy. And this is the card to be an entrepreneur, okay, to do your own thing, to go off and be bold and daring and say, this is my talent, here I am. And, you know, if you're very artistic, whether it's an artist, writer, performer, you know, whatever it is that you do, musician, you know, I feel some of you could get an opportunity overseas or a collaboration in some way to work with, you know, a gallery or a manager or an agent or you know, a publisher or, you know, someone overseas or someone who has overseas links as well there. But I definitely see you getting your message out no matter what you do. This is a leadership energy, so it could be that you're taking charge of your environment right now, and you are literally, you know, the captain of your ship. So I feel like you are navigating through some troubling times in the working environment. Yes, you're unlocking opportunity, but I feel like you are enduring a situation because you're being disciplined, and I I feel you are going to reach the pinnacle point of where you feel like you belong in your career sector. The ship indicates a wonderful energy that, yes, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's going to be a lull in industry or working environments, but you're adjusting the sails. You're being very clever in order to be able to do that. So when there's challenge, you rise to the challenge. And when there is a lull, you get busy doing other things or reorganizing, and then you're prepared for the next set of opportunities. So I definitely see here that you're moving forward. For some of you, not all of you, but we do have the scythe. So some of you could be contemplating retirement. So could be that you're locked onto your 401ks, your pensions, looking at your options as to when retirement time could come around for you. And I feel like you're going to have a great time. You're going to be traveling. Feel like you're going to be really connecting to your sense of purpose and, you know, connecting to that artistic side of yourself as well. And for those of you who are already retired, you may be watching this reading. Some of you may be kind of, you know, doing something very creative that you don't realize just yet could make you like some passive income there, some extra income. So you could be doing something that you love, but suddenly have an epiphany or realization that if you put it online, someone is going to want to buy it. Okay. So a lot of you could be doing that at this time. It's something you love doing. It's not a chore. It's not something you think, oh, you know what, maybe I could make some money doing this. It's something that you already are drawn to doing, and it will, you know, really get itself out there. I feel like this creative creation actually speaks for itself, and people are drawn to it. You're magnetic at this time. So it says here, travel, long distance, relocation, change, vacation, movement, foreign. So a lot of you could have some foreign links, or perhaps you're selling something in different currencies and you're, you know, unlocking apps or perhaps some sort of software that helps you convert and, you know, do your business perhaps. But a lot of you, this is you taking a well-earned rest. Okay, you're going to have a fabulous time. But it's really interesting because the sun is an intention card because it's in your protagonist energy. This is what you intend to do: unlock some new opportunities, shine your light, and be creative and do your thing, blossom and thrive and flourish in your career. So the sun is your intention, and the ship, which is your outcome in the energy, it means you're heading towards the sun. So you're heading towards the direction you intend to, and you're going to really enjoy the destination there and the benefits that come from that as well. With the Ace of Cups, because we have the scythe, a lot of you are looking at new opportunities or new ideas. The Ace of Cups indicates something is being offered to you, okay? You may need to make a decision about this, and it's like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I go for it? What should I do? Trust your intuition. It knows the way, but ultimately you're following your heart. It is the thing that's going to unlock your destiny. It literally is a secret of your success there, and that Ace of Cups indicates that this new option could be a proposal, new contract, or for some of you, if there is a relocation going on in your industry, whether you are either going to a new location, or some of you may be working from home, or it could be that your business is doing some refurbishment work, I feel like you're going to love the outcome. It may cause a little bit of disruption at first, but you know, ultimately it's going to be really wonderful and fresh and new. And for some of you, you may be seconded to a different branch of what you do and really love it. And then you may actually seek opportunities in that branch if it's better for you. Some of you may even be contemplating moving to a branch of wherever you are right now to a different part of the world. You may be like, are there any opportunities overseas in the other branch? And the answer is a resounding yes. So you may be like putting yourself forward for this, and I feel like it's offered to you. So if that's something you're contemplating, I feel like you're going to go for it, and congratulations, because it's yours. So we have that King of Wands, which means you are passionate, you're following your passions, you're inspired, and you're aligned with what you want to do. You're taking action, and this indicates that you are an attractive asset in your industry. You are someone who is super talented, and it can indicate as well, when you apply it to a career reading, that you're materially successful. Okay, so as you mature and grow in your industry, whatever it is that you do, I feel like you are someone who pays attention to the details, and you're locking on to opportunities to advance in your career. So I would say you're on the road to success. You've already had lots of successes because of that Sun card in the protagonist position. But also I feel there could be some sort of conversation between you and a person who gives you some new knowledge, unlocks the door. I see a benefactor here. This could be someone who has your back in the industry. A lot of you, especially if you're networking, It could be that you meet people who are kind of aligning with you. They love what you do, or they see what you do, and they're like, hey, I want to know Gemini. They're on the path towards greater things. I want to, collaborate, or I want to align myself with that person because they can see that you're going places. And I feel you're building a really strong support network. Okay, I'm actually seeing in the water a spider's web. Okay, that often means that you're catching opportunities, dreams. If you think about a dream catcher, it's actually in the shape of a spider's web. So I feel this is your network. You're putting things down, a foundation. You're laying the path towards the object of your desire, and you're going to be able to accomplish that. So we have that looks like a gift, right? There's a bow on there. I'm just going to read this card and see what it says. It says, abundance. You come into money or receive more than expected, more than enough. As I said, I feel like you're on that trajectory. This could be just on the cusp after the 6 weeks that I'm reading for. I do see that you are on the road to more, for sure. You can magnify your wealth. I think I even mentioned that earlier, and that's your final cards right there, abundance and magnifying wealth. So a lot of you could be setting, second streams of income up, or finding a way to get passive income, because the 6 of Pentacles can be to compound your interest or compound your money in general by the assets that you invest in. Now, I don't know anything about that, but it could be that you're looking at investments at this time and pooling your resources. But it says here, magnify wealth, build your fortune by having multiple streams of income, expand your reach. And I definitely see with that ship, that is an expansion of opportunity. And some of you are doing that overseas, or you're utilizing the internet in order to expand on your business and promote what you do. A lot of you could be doubling down on what you do. If there's something working that you're doing right now, it could be that you're literally replicating it and putting it elsewhere, okay? And that could be another stream of income. For some of you, if you're in real estate, some of you may be looking at overseas opportunities, for example, and you may be building some sort of portfolio, or, that's all the lingo and jargon that people use for those sort of things. I don't know anything about that, but it can be that these are the things that you're thinking about right now because it's coming through in the energy. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. I've got an arrow. You are locked onto your targets and you're going to hit your mark. You're definitely making an impact in your industry. And, this is a sign that you are prepared. You are in the stages of keeping your eye on the prize, and you're ready to take aim on something. So a lot of you could be launching something, or you're offering something, or something is being offered to you, for sure. 6 of Pentacles is a nice little surprise. It's often a surprise package, financially. And as I said, I feel somehow it's not bonus related. I'm not sure why, but that's what I'm getting. Maybe in, a period after the 6 weeks, it could be bonus related. For some of you, it could be a rebate coming back around for you, or it could be a royalty or some sort of residual payment on something that perhaps you did. For some of you, it could be something that you had in motion a long time ago, and suddenly it really bears fruit. So please take it as it resonates. I just see a flurry of activity, and you're heading in the right direction. So excited about your path. You shall be. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Gemini. Thank you so much, and love and light.